All right, the Reds, thank you very much for tuning in for our daily live stream and welcome. If you are new around here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. But it's going to be a transfer deadline special and it's going to be an epic next couple of hours. So if you stay with us on the channel, and obviously we'll discuss so many transfers tonight. And if you want to get involved, the link will be in the description of the video, so you can pop in, pop out as well. I know everyone's really busy and getting ready to go to bed, but it's going to be an absolute epic. And there's been quite a lot of big developments in relation to the last couple of minutes in regards to Fabio Carvalho. But yeah, well done, mate, John. Just being on with Steve, Statman, with Steve, absolute good mate. I've done a little quiz with him. But hopefully have Steve joining tonight as well. But wonder if there's any surprise that we don't know already. You never know, don't feel like. Yeah, cheers for that, mate. How are you doing, Jack? But I'll just quickly get up, obviously, the latest developments in relation to Fabio, the good man himself. Let's quickly pull it up here now. Bear with me 1 second, everyone. But this news did break in and around 15 minutes ago in relation to the story of Fabio Carvalho. Let me know how your day's been, everyone. I'm just going to move my phone and that. And there we go. But yeah, as you can see there, Paul Joyce, Liverpool have reached an agreement on the fee for Fabio Carvalho with Fulham, but the race to get his medical and personal terms done by 11 p.m. tonight will be very much a race against time, like it is with most transfer dealings anyway, in relation to not just for Liverpool, but for a lot of clubs around Europe. It's going to be difficult. Good evening, Jack. Will Carvalho be done on time? Hopefully that is the case, mate, in relation to this new story. Obviously, the medical can probably be done in time in relation to that. But we'll wait and see tonight. Obviously, we'll be here until the last minutes of the transfer window. Obviously, we'll find out come the end of this stream. But if you're wanting to get involved, I'll just quickly share, obviously, the link to the stream, and you're very welcome. Anyone out there, if you're wanting to jump on, you're very welcome. I'll just quickly copy this link. But how's everyone's day been, Reds? Or any rival fans? Who do you reckon, as I said on the bottom of the ticker there, who do you reckon's had the best bit of the transfer window? It's been absolutely madness in relation to I'll post the stream link in the chat as well, so you're very welcome to join, Reds. 10 million euros, Russell, 10 million euros, 7.6 million quid in relation to Fabio Carvalho. Thank you very much, Russell, as well. Every single one of you that is tuning in most nights. Really appreciate you. Julian Ward, mate, incredible again. 8.5 million fee for Carvalho. Apparently, Coutinho signed for 8. But obviously, Jack's in the green room as well. Great to get you on, mate. To get you in a little second. Good evening, Jack. But as I've just read that one out there, Shay, absolute legends. I'm seeing 10 mil at the price, taking him straight away. Took the loan. But yet, North, as we did discuss last night, didn't we, matey, in relation to the deal, in principle, possibly be going back to Fulham in relation to a loan, which obviously suits both parties. And I've seen a lot of news tonight, not in concrete, just in relation to Neco Williams possibly going in the opposite direction on loan. So a possible sweetener in terms of the deal, which would be a very positive plus for Fulham if he can get this deal over the line. But how you doing, Jack? You okay?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
But yeah, John, obviously, I don't know if you're here, John, but hopefully John's here. Are you there, John?
How's you?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much for coming on, lads. Scholes, we'll start with you. In relation to the Diaz, we'll talk about the transfer that has been done. Your thoughts, obviously, on the deal. As me and you have watched a couple of Champions League games already this season of him against us. Impressed by Diaz, the player that we've actually got over the line at the minute?
Yeah, I'm made up with him. I think when we've seen him before, when we played against Porto, and he's been by far their biggest threat. Yeah, I seen a clip from the other day, and he turns Fabinho inside out. And let's be honest, no one does that easily. Knocks it past Hendo, and then cuts inside past Fabinho, and Fabinho's like that. So I'm excited to see him. I think that's why Klopp signed him, because Fabinho's winning and gave Klopp an earful saying, "No one does that to me. Get him in."
It's tremendous, mate. Yeah, John, first time I spoke to you in a couple of days, but thank you very much for coming on as well, fella. And obviously, always in the live streams, both of you, every single one of you as well. Really do appreciate all the support. It's been a mad couple of days on the channel. Really do appreciate all your support. But John, Diaz, we'll talk about him. In reality, we've got that man over the line. As following on from what Jack's just had to say there, impressed by this lad and what you've seen, and do you think he'll embed very well into the Liverpool attacking threat?
I mean, I think he's very like Luis Suarez. I think they're very similar players. What I'm most happy about is that they come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Liverpool seen an opportunity and just went, done. We're doing it. Fuck Spurs. We're doing this deal.
Yeah, no, it's tremendous, lad. In around like
John Henry just went in with a big cigar and went, "You ain't having him. He's my player. You fuck off." He's coming to Liverpool.
Yeah, no, still levels in it, mate. I know a lot of Spurs fans were whinging, and Daniel Levy, most importantly, was very displeased.
But they're whinging because apparently they win him a bigger offer.
Yeah, that's the thing, mate.
It's down to the player, isn't it?
It's down to the player. Then it's a modern day player. We've seen how many players have we went in for in the past, haven't we, Reds? And the Reds been turned in relation to it, whether it's been money or certain aspirations at a bigger football club. At that time, Liverpool back in the day.
Hold on.
Oh.
The latest is Liverpool have made a significant breakthrough in their attempts to bring Fabio Carvalho from Fulham to
probably just
clubs in the last few
apparently.
Yeah, he's
done his medical.
Yeah, he probably would have done his medical already. Well, we spoke about this last night, didn't we, mate? Obviously, just turn that down, just if you can, please, mate. Just don't want to be getting copyright by Sky.
Apparently, what they're saying there, he's done his medical in terms are agreed.
Yeah, obviously, the offices of FSG are in London, so it's a matter of obviously negotiations and really, but absolutely spot on there, mate. Positive news. It would have been done quite quick. Obviously, a young lad himself. 8.5 in 2012 for Coutinho, Carvalho 8.5 in 2020. Julian Ward's incredible again. I'm so amazed. Spot on there. Decent transfer window. Russell, if any much is, for Liverpool. Obviously, there's a couple of transfers down the bottom of the ticker in relation to some of the deals that have been done. Obviously, we can discuss them anyway. Fabio Carvalho, here we go. Yeah, the Cork Council. Obviously, Connor and you lads were in the chat as well last night. There was a lot of people stressing over this deal, but I fully expected this deal to be completed. I think in reality, Liverpool always get the man, especially when Jurgen Klopp isn't around anyway. Evening, Jack. Well done. Gary, absolutely spot on. Liverpool's best window, in a very long time since we got obviously Alisson, Van Dijk, sorry, we got him in January as well, so wasn't too bad. Has to be a Liverpool for getting Diaz at the very good price. Liverpool surely have had the best window. Jack, do you reckon, as chat is saying there, do you feel Liverpool have had probably the best window? Coming from, especially all three of us and everyone at home, probably expected Liverpool to do no business, and we've gone and got one of the hottest talents in the Portuguese football anyway, in the Liga NOS, and then obviously one of the most exciting talents in English football in obviously Fabio Carvalho.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like, it's nice for once, because usually with Liverpool you don't really expect it. Mm-hmm. We're very composed when it comes to transfers. We'll put what we want in, and then we're not like headless chickens in a sense. Mm. I think a lot of clubs at the moment, they'll throw money at players, and we've never been one to do it. As annoying it can be sometimes when you want that one player, you've got to kind of trust in Klopp, because he hasn't really brought in a bad name.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in that sense, I'm always quite relieved in transfer windows, and I'm not really that worried. But it is nice to be seeing our club actually trying to put these players in and saying, no, we want them, we're having them.
Yeah.
This player must be something else. For Liverpool to go all out the way they have done, they must rate him very, very high.
Yeah, obviously he's probably been scouted since the age of 15, 17. Over the last couple of years, I think it was, as we've discussed Diaz tonight, over the last couple of nights, with most transfer targets, it's not really, especially under Klopp and obviously the technical staff, I think you only have to listen to what Klopp had to say on the Diaz transfer in relation to saying they'd been tracking him for a very long time. But it's the thing, innit, lads, and everyone in chat. If we didn't get Carvalho tonight, get this deal over the line, Liverpool could have been looking at 5 years' time, and he's lighting up the Bundesliga or Spanish La Liga, and for the price of what the penny pinching, if Liverpool were doing that a couple of hours ago, going for the sake of 2-3 million, that's nothing for a club of the size of Liverpool.
Apparently, these worth 10 million quid.
Yeah, that's tremendous. That's especially if by all accounts, I was speaking to Luke on last night's stream, weren't we? He's probably watched it. He's got a lot of Fulham mates who are season ticket holders, and potentially from their accounts of Fabio Carvalho, he's got a bigger ceiling than Harvey Elliott. And if that is the case from them, I tell you what, we've got an absolute bargain at 10 million in reality, because we've seen how good Harvey has been already, and potentially it could be a very positive outlook in terms of this transfer. Neco Williams should go on loan somewhere. He needs some football. Obviously, Anfield Lark, that's why I put him in the thumbnail. He's hiding behind the Neco. It was rumoured, I think a couple of hours ago, especially in the last hour, that he was rumoured to be a potential sweetener in the deal of a possible loan to Fulham. I think we'll find out it a bit more in the coming hours.
I don't think it's happened, but I don't think that deal went through.
The Neco?
I don't think Nico's went Fulham.
Yeah, well, there's still plenty of time in the mates. Obviously, there's still loads of time to go out, and especially that's why I reckon this deal's gone over the line. Jack of the House, how is Origi not being sold? Gary, well, we were discussing over the last couple of nights, haven't we? It's not a case of it's going to be easy for them. It will be difficult to try and get him out of the football club in terms of it's difficult. His wages, if he's happy to be sat on the bench and collecting his wages, potentially, and I'm very surprised that Origi hasn't gone to Newcastle at least. Are you surprised, Scholes, that he's not left this window, or do you think he's very happy and content at being a bench warmer and collecting his pay packet?
I honestly don't know. I think at the start of the season, I said, if Origi goes this year, I wouldn't stop him. And that was because he had 12 months left in his deal at the start of the season, and I thought, you know what, he's done. He's done like everything he can for the club. Let's be honest, he's not a will beater. Yeah, he scored some amazing goals for us and some to have the composure and to score the vital goals he scored. We all Everton, but he's never been a world class player. He had world class moments, and that's it. So for us to get 25-30 mil for him with 12 months left, I would have taken it. I think we could have last season. With 6 months left on your contract, it's so hard to shift a player for any bit of money, because clubs don't need to. They'll turn around. These days, the squad's that big. The clubs can afford to go, do you know what? I'll negotiate with you, and then we'll have you in the summer for free. And then the player's happy then, because he gets paid double the money because he's going on free.
Yeah.
But does Origi maybe love the club and say too much to not want to leave?
Yeah, probably in it as well. Yeah, it's like when you're in a relationship, not both parties are going to agree on everything in reality. But
money back in the city.
Do which?
A scholarship in the city.
Oh yeah, no, he does.
He loves the city. He loves.
Yeah.
So I don't see why he would want to leave.
Yeah, it's a quick one on there as well. Sorry, John, just quickly getting this one up as well. Obviously, James Pearce did tweet from The Athletic. Deal agreed for LFC to sign Carvalho. Race against time for medical/terms, but should go through now, which is fantastic news, isn't it, lads? Obviously, I think the big deal breaker was the reality of obviously Liverpool loaning them back to Fulham, which is very, very positive. And I think James Pearce just goes on to add here. Breakthrough reached in discussions earlier this evening, and LFC given permission to speak to the player. Medical taking place. And obviously, as John was alluding to before, top of the show, he potentially could have, if not passed his medical already. But yeah, David, personal terms, medical. Come on, absolutely spot on there, mate. As everyone we were discussing last night, weren't we, Reds, and any rival fans as well. I think obviously people were coming in because obviously I think everyone loves a cheeky transfer and people, there's so much surrounding it. But a lot of positives. Is someone got the stream on in the background? Or is I just turning that down? It's our boys. Obviously January signs Suarez or Van Dijk. Grav, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Yeah, obviously both very good signings, weren't they? But do you reckon, John, Diaz could live up to the potential of those two, even if he has half of the performance as both of them have had? Who's been your best January signing for Liverpool? Obviously, it could be like an old classic one, or is it Diaz, or is it Fabio Carvalho? If you had to pick one.
I've had to pick, but this window or
just in general, mate, as well, and that goes to chat as well. Obviously, one that's tickled your fancy.
It would probably be either Luis Suarez or Daniel Sturridge.
Oh, Daniel Sturridge, yeah, he was a good little signing, wasn't he? Scholesy, or do you reckon? Too many to choose from. Yeah, Van Dijk. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. First time where Liverpool have went, you know what? I don't care how much he's costing, we're bringing him in. And let's be honest, we owe Van Dijk everything. He's been unreal for us.
Van Dijk's shirt. Van Dijk's a big shirt.
Yeah. But yeah, it's tremendous. But obviously, at the bottom of the ticket there, Eriksen to Brentford, Aubameyang to Barcelona. That was in doubt today. Obviously, Donny van der Beek as well, and Dele Alli, which we'll discuss tonight on the show. Aaron Ramsey to Rangers, Taggart to Newcastle. I think that's a little cheeky deal there. Lascelles to Villarreal. Yeah, good, man.
I cannot wait to go to Ibrox and see Aaron Ramsey play for Rangers. Yeah. Rangers my second club. I cannot wait to see him play for Rangers.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's been a good deal for them, mate? Especially if he can regain his form.
See if he regains form, we're winning the league.
Yeah.
We will regain title. And this season is actually more important than last because it's automatic qualification for Champions League.
Yeah. Is that the rules changing on Scotland? Obviously, do you go straight into the automatic?
This season, they go straight into the Champions League if you win the league.
Oh, that's massive, innit? For whoever wins, obviously the Scottish Premiership there.
So we're 2 points. We're 2 points clear just now. And then we play Celtic on Wednesday, which Aaron Ramsey is able to play against.
Yeah. So
win that, we'll go 5 points clear.
But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. New ones here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I'm going to Fabrizio just tweeting another good one. But yeah, let us know. Obviously, everyone in chat. Obviously, this great stuff as always. Alan, cheers for that, mate. Obviously, we did discuss it last night, and we all and everyone in chat. I fully expected this deal. Not like I've got someone in my contacts. I'm not going to sit here and say that, but I was pretty confident in terms of when we've all probably looked at news stories, and especially in relation to like Liverpool and just modern day transfers in general, and Reds. And lads in chat as well. It's no news is good news in most transfer terms in a Scholesy. I think that's a massive part to the potential transfer. Yeah,
it's honestly absolutely huge. I think Liverpool as well, because we're renowned for having unbelievable scouts. If we're interested, it drives prices up by 5-10 mil.
Yeah.
So I think us keeping it quiet has only benefited us. I was speaking to one of my mates today from footy, and his uncle's one of the club doctors, and he didn't even know we were getting Diaz, and he got flew out by the club to Argentina last week. He found out a day before he was doing the medical, and he was like, "I've got to go to Argentina," and his wife was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, they're going to be signing this player," and he found out literally the day before it was getting taken place. It's like, I want to did I document it, I'm like, cool, what's going on? Just shows how quiet they're keeping it.
Yeah, I think that's what you've got to do, innit? Because you don't want like a club nicking your
No,
player
that's
or
surprising,
target
but
possibly.
Not even the doctor knows what's happening.
Yeah, I like that. That's very professional, obviously,
That
because
is crazy. That's kind of shocking, but
yeah, absolutely tremendous. Yeah, bear with me, everyone. Just sorry, and obviously, if you want to join the stream as well, you're very welcome. Obviously, the link is in the description. Made up and gets Jack on the channel as well, and obviously John, absolutely good mates of mine. Connor, Doug, anyone, stay if you're watching. Very welcome to join as well. I've just seen Sessegnon's moved to Plymouth Argyle, but I think that must be his brother. Obviously, Ryan Sessegnon, who currently plays for Spurs, used to play for Fulham, but obviously another Sessegnon member of the family has gone to obviously Plymouth on loan. It's currently looking. Meteka makes Palace permanent move. Hold on, I'll show you this here so everyone can see. Sorry about that, everyone. Obviously, as you can see there. Also the Sessegnon transfer. Dembele, which we'll discuss tonight. Obviously, that's a great signing for Crystal Palace. Jean making a full transfer up until 2026, which will be very intriguing. Obviously, 1 hour to go.
Palace
Still waiting
just did again today in Nketiah.
for Nketiah, Crystal, yeah.
He's put another one in again today.
But yeah, that's interesting. Rizzy, how you doing, mate?
Barney.
How you doing? Not too bad, mate. Thank you for tuning in, you absolute legends. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Apparently, Newcastle are back in for Origi
Tonight. That doesn't surprise me, mate. Like, if that is true, if that does come to any truth in reality.
Because they feel saying that striker. What was his name? The winning for the Italian guy. And the field saying him. Does that actually make sense?
Yeah.
Right, back in for Origi?
Yeah, we'll talk about this man, John. Happy, not happy. Obviously, Big Nat going to Bournemouth.
No.
Obviously, if you missed this transfer, it's a £1.5 million fee agreed, and he will be going, and there will be an extra additional 250, 500, I think it's 250k if Bournemouth do gain promotion to the Premier League. John, as you said straight away, no, but I think Liverpool as a football club wanted a bit more permanent move, what we discussed last night.
Is this for an option to buy? Or
there's no, not an official at the minute in terms of relation to with a full option to buy, but yeah. Thoughts on this, John?
Straight from loan, I'm happy because he's worth more than Bournemouth. He's a Premier League defender. He's worth at least 25 million.
Yeah, Scholes.
Yeah, remember, him and Reece James got us Champions League football.
Oh yeah, they did, mate. Yeah.
They're worth at least 25 million.
Oh yeah, Tom. Tom, obviously you're welcome to join, mate. Join in, jump in live here today. Scholes, as John said there, he is easily worth 25 million in this modern day market that we do find ourselves in.
I'll be honest, I love him. I do love him, but then sadly, he's never going to get the chance. And it's the reason he's not going to get the chance isn't because he's not a good defender. He doesn't suit Liverpool in the sense of he's not a modern day player. So he doesn't do well with the media. And I think when you're a club like Liverpool, you've got to look boss. You've got to look unbelievable. And I think he's never going to be better than Van Dijk. He's not going to get in ahead of Matip and Joe Gomez. And I think, can I say now? And you think it's not that he's not a good player. It's just he doesn't work for Liverpool anymore, and that's simply it.
So what do you mean is he's not fashionable?
Exactly. That's all it is. He's not fashionable. And I think as a business, which Liverpool are, you look at Konate, you look at Van Dijk, you look at Matip, you look at Gomez. They're all nicer to look at than Nat Phillips. And I think that's what it'll come down to.
But should you put that ahead of talent? Because Nat Phillips is a brilliant defender.
I agree with you. I think Nat Phillips is superb, but I can see why Liverpool are going to try and get rid of him.
Yeah,
I love him. I'd play him as like.
I think every Liverpool fan in this world loves Nat Phillips. Every Liverpool fan in the world loves him.
But
you're right.
If
He
you
won't
got Champions League
get a
final,
chance at Liverpool. He won't.
If you got Champions League final, would you play him ahead of Matip or Joe Gomez or Konate?
Yeah.
I'd play him ahead of Gomez.
I think Gomez with everyone in games is going to be better than Nat Phillips.
Yeah, I think Gomez suits the system better. John Nolan, and I think if Liverpool are to play the high line, yeah, I think he will get caught out. Yeah.
Talking about the season, Gomez hasn't played.
Oh yeah, no, he hasn't. Obviously, due to injuries. Yeah, but all right, Tom, how you doing?
Chapping boys, all good.
Yeah, cheers for joining me, mate. I just asked you a little second, matey. You just get to all everyone's comments. Jack, how you doing? Ginny, thank you very much for tuning in. Absolute legends. Obviously, Alan, in relation, Phillips, no option to buy, but apparently, as we discussed before, mate, there's a 1.5 million loan fee. Good luck to Nat. Hope he becomes a legend at Bournemouth. Pretty sure he will be, made no nonsense centre half. I'm very surprised that Burnley at least didn't put a bid in for him. Nothing to do talking to media. Cheers for that comment, Steve. Not too sure in relation to what that is. You was right. I tweeted last night saying it's not confirmed, but you lads was right. Fabio will get done. Morris, cheers for obviously dropping in the stream last night, and obviously again tonight, mate. Obviously, it looked very positive, and it will get done tonight. Hopefully, there will be a slight extension. There has been in the past for a lot of teams, especially if you do get the paperwork over time. I think there's an additional 1 or 2 hours to certain deals. But given that he's not signing for Liverpool and going straight to our team, and he's staying currently at Bournemouth, I think they will allow a bit more extra time. Because I think if it was like a Diaz who will be coming into Liverpool's team straight away, I think it would have been a bit more forceful in terms of saying, no, you can't, we won't allow you an extra hour or two. But yeah, but Morris, hope you enjoy your signing, mate. Pretty sure it'll be very good for Liverpool in the future, and I appreciate you all you tuning in, fella. Nat deserves game time because he's a good defender, but he was never going to get game time for us. Best of luck to him. Bullshit. Stay okay, just not good enough. In relation to what, mates? Obviously, obviously in relation to Nat Phillips. Cheers for your comment, mates. Thank you. And if you're new around here, everyone, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. You're absolute legends, and made up to speak to everyone. Is you are way off, lads. Mate, not too sure. Tom's a happy man tonight. Yeah, well, North just set up Tom. Tremendous window for the Ev, isn't it? In relation to a couple of deals. We'll start off with obviously Donny van der Beek, free transfer, game time. Obviously under the guidance. We spoke to Tom last night, didn't we? But thoughts on Donny van der Beek firstly, mate?
Yeah, I'm just excited to see what they can actually bring into the Premier League. Well, never mind, just for Everton. I feel a bit sorry for him when he signed for Man United, because obviously everyone had this big expectations of him, and he just hasn't had the sniff. Probably been lied to by Man United. They said you're going to get regular game time, but obviously now with Everton, he can probably get more game time and hopefully get us moving up that table.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think it's a win-win for both in reality. And obviously Dele Alli, I think this one, do you reckon this one caught you out off guard, really? For me, it did. Because obviously I know Dele Alli was rumoured, especially in this window. He needs game time, spends more time on Switch streaming football than he does actually on a football pitch. Like I said, another Everton player that did leave the club a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, Dele Alli, mate, obviously this deal could raise up to depending on appearances for Everton Football Club, it could go to about 40 million. But your thoughts on that one? Is it a win-win for Everton?
Yeah, it is a win-win for us because, like you said, obviously through performances and probably other bonuses, he'll probably rise to 40 million, which preferably if he comes out and just is like the player that we seen 4 or 5 years ago, then I'd say happily be worth it for 40 million. But like you say, I kind of knew that he would probably not move to us, but move to a team. But I'm glad that we've actually put some money in for him and said, listen, we'll give you a chance.
Yeah, tremendous. John's shaking his head. What are you shaking at that? John's not happy.
40 million for Dele Alli.
We spent worse. We spent 50 odd on Sigurdsson.
Everton are doing the same as they've always done. Wasting money on shit players. They're overpaying.
I don't believe add-ons though. I don't believe add-ons. You look at Tony Martial before he went to United. They had add-ons that were like up to like 140 million if you won the Ballon d'Or. Dele Alli, that 40 million, it might just be a contract in the sense of it'll be if he plays the rest of the season, misses less than 2 games and scores 15 goals.
One of them definitely going to be Champions League qualification, innit?
Exactly. There'll be all sorts in it.
It could be, but it's Everton. So knowing Everton, they probably paid 40 million up front.
No. We can't pay 40 million straight up front because of financial fair play.
Yeah, there's no way. No, yeah. Like even like John, we're paying like what 12 million a year for Diaz, as we spoke about last night. Not every club, unless you're Newcastle and City, they're the only 2 clubs, and possibly Real, with being backed by the Spanish.
Wouldn't that surprise me? There's somewhere in the contract where Everton have to pay 40 million no matter what.
It's a win-win situation at the moment. So basically, the contract is, regardless if he gets to 20 appearances, it's also about performances. So if he's not performing well, we don't have to sniff a penny through them, basically. But we can still sign him, but for less money.
Yeah, spot on there, lad. It's intriguing. John, of the first time John and Tom met each other tonight. John absolutely despises Everton. Be nice to Tom if you can, John, tonight. But yeah,
I'll try to be nice.
Hey, listen, I can really offer a list of Liverpool failures that you wanted if you want.
I'm just talking about the last couple of years. Everton's made stupid decisions.
Don't. To be fair, we can like. I think every Everton fan could say that because the last 5 years has just been ridiculous, especially with the managers that we haven't been very consistent to what we wanted.
With the money you have, you should be challenging for top 4.
Oh, definitely. But the fact is, I think because we've never been in that situation, we've always been, very, very stingy, shall we say, with our money and our wage bracket. And now that when we had a millionaire, it was like, we'll spend this much money on this much money, and we'll give him a good wage because he'll stay for us. Then,
do you think Frank Lampard's right manager for using?
What, he's the right man for us?
Aye,
100%.
Yeah,
really?
I think
100%.
There's no pressure on him. There's no pressure on him at all.
There's no pressure. It was like when David Moyes first came to us. Literally the same. I had no Premier League experience on that.
Look what he did with Derby.
But
he took Derby from 6th to 6th.
I'll be honest. I think the Championship's a hard league to get up in it, to move anywhere.
He took Chelsea.
Exactly.
All the money he had Chelsea. He took Chelsea from what 4th to 3rd.
Yeah,
but in that first season with Lampard, where he didn't spend any money, where did they get them?
But where did they get them with the money?
Yeah, but it's naive really to think that, because obviously it's a bit because he's never had that much money before, and he's gone to obviously his dream club because he's played for them and wants to make an impression. he's going to say, right, I'm going to bring this player in and bring this player. You have to remember, he has brought in young players. He hasn't brought older players.
No,
He's brought young.
I think he could be a good manager. I don't think he's right for Everton.
Yeah. Well, we'll find
We'll just
out.
have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll move on. Move on from bloody
I pray to God he's fucking that. I pray God he's not.
Yes, John.
Everton.
Mark.
Mark,
Thank you very much.
Manager.
He's still going. I think we triggered John. Yeah. I love you, John. I love you. Mark, about flipping time, as he's saying here. Now sell 3 or 4 in the summer, obviously in relation to Liverpool. Give Klopp the money to bring in 2 midfielders and maybe another striker. Great stream, folks. Cheers, Mark. Absolute legends. And for everyone tuning in, don't mind dropping a like on the stream as well. We're just help YouTube algorithm. Absolute legends. And everyone smashed it last night. Really do appreciate it. And obviously the link is in the description if you want them to join. You're very welcome, anyone. Obviously you don't have to be a Liverpool fan. Have your thoughts on obviously transfers, which will be going tonight.
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Nat
is a good player with a big heart, but he isn't on the level of other centre backs at the club. Nothing to do with the way he looks. Absolutely spot on there, mate. And obviously Mickey's joining us for the second night on the run. Absolute legends. Good to, how you doing, Wayudi? How you doing, mate? Thank you very much for tuning in. And obviously, well, I'll just bring up this. Mickey, you give us a thumbs up when you sort it, mate, and then I'm going to bring it in. Oh, he's sorting there. There we go, La. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Oh, fantastic. Good news, bro. Good news. I think we're just about to get it done.
Yeah, obviously we were on last night for a good 2 hours. We had to appreciate all you taking time out, but I think we all knew it was going to happen, but it was just a matter of when, not if, in reality. But obviously we'll just bring up the Fabrizio Romano tweet now as well. Obviously Fabio Carvalho to Liverpool. Here we go. Oh, it's something's happening when he says that. Deal in place for a 5-year contract, medical ongoing, in order to sign the paperwork before the deadline. Carvalho has accepted all clauses into the contract. It's race against time. Now, Fabio Carvalho will stay at Fulham on loan as well. Tremendous news, Mickey. Not going to mention, obviously, Everton's transfers, because John and Tom might have a bit of an argument again, so we'll move on.
Their latest transfer, they've had to pay £5 million to get rid of the Sam Allardyce's gravy cubicle and replace it with Everton to put in Fat Frank's pie machine. You know what I mean?
Brilliant.
Yeah, so Mickey, cheers for coming on, mate. Obviously, your thoughts on this man on our right. Happy if Liverpool can get this deal over the line?
Yeah, he looks to be. I've watched a few of the EPL games. Just so happened I watched Fulham the other day when they smashed somebody, and he was awesome in that game. He's a number 10, so he's a long-term replacement for Bobby. So I'm really excited about this young man. And like I said, he's classed as a homegrown player, which is a bonus. Even if he chooses to play for Portugal, he's still classed as a homegrown player. I can't wait to see him in the shirts, but we're going to have to wait till the summer now. We'll see him in pre-season. I know that for definite. But I'm a happy man. Very happy.
Absolutely tremendous, David. Thank you very much, mate. I have a strong feeling Liverpool would be the best team in the next 10 years, just the way Barcelona ruled football for a long time. Hopefully it's true there, David. Obviously, cheers for tuning in, mate. Everyone, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. And drop a like on the video as well if you're enjoying tonight's stream. It's important, isn't it, Scholes, that as we spoke about last night, Liverpool do have, and Jurgen Klopp very much set the roadmap for the next 5 to 10 years in relation to players coming into the club that will develop and under the guidance of Klopp or whoever is going to be the manager post-Klopp. And signing players like Fabio Carvalho will very much do that, won't they?
Yeah, exactly. Like, We're not the type of club to go and sign the top 3 or 4 players in the world. We turn players who've got the ability to be there into that. And I think, again, I have faith in Klopp and his setup. Just think, you know what, we might not be signing these massive names like Mbappe 22 is no longer a thing, and like it's signing Haaland and stuff. But in getting this talent, give him 18 months. Look at the way Elliot came in and hit the ground running. Nobody expected Elliot to do what he's done.
Yeah.
Within 4 weeks, he was pushing players at the team. And you were like, "Where's Thiago?" And you think, you know what? I've got full faith in it. I think Carvalho will be an absolute baller when he's older.
Yeah, it's exciting. And obviously, I think everyone's streaming tonight. I think I did invite Luke and Ricky on anyway, but I think they are live currently as we do. But obviously, Luke has a couple of Fulham mates as we discussed last night. But it's exciting times to be a Reds, isn't it? Obviously, I cannot wait for this in reality. But any transfers that Mickey, obviously on the ticker down below, that have really impressed you this window, or most importantly today? There's a couple of decent little signings for me. I haven't put it on there, but obviously Todd Cantwell to Bournemouth, I think was a good deal. I think that's one that's gone underneath the radar in reality. But just thoughts on that deal, or any other deals in relation to obviously that have really impressed you, teams that have done good business?
Well, the Cantwell one is really surprising. I am gobsmacked Norwich are selling him. It's unbelievable. Well, it's a loan, isn't it? Is it a loan to buy?
I think he's got like a loan to buy. Yeah.
It's a loan with an option to buy.
You know, we were linked with him 2 years ago. So, and so were all the other big 6. So I think he's Norwich's best player. I'm gobsmacked at that one. So I'm really impressed with that one. I am going to bite my tongue a little bit, but I think Dele Alli to Everton that's a baller. If they get the Dele Alli that joined Spurs, they will. It'd be unbelievable, because for 3 years he was untouchable, wasn't he? He was untouchable for 3 years. He was the reason why Spurs kept getting in that top 4. Well, him and Kane and Son, but he was like, when they weren't scoring, he was ballers from outside the box and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's a good player. I don't know how him and Van der Beek are going to play together. They're too similar, but Frank's obviously got an idea of what he wants to do, and you know what I mean. I think you're going to see a little bit different, a more attacking Everton side than under Benitez. It's quite obvious with the players that he's bringing in. So they could be a bit of a dangerous animal, Everton. So I'm really impressed with that. But the best signing out of them all is Weghorst for Burnley, because he's such a Burnley player. 6'4". He scores goals, and he's a Dutch international, and he scores goals. He scores dirty goals, which is typical Burnley. I think he could be the man to fire Burnley from the bottom.
Yeah, I was going to say as well. Spot on there, Mickey. I was another show that I didn't put that on my ticket as well either. But evening, Jack. Evening, Tom. Thank you very much for tuning in once again, fella. Crew, I know you LFC legends on here tonight. Obviously, Tom's an LFC legend, aren't you? He loves it, bro. But yeah, Tom, let me know.
Tom, you spilled something on your top.
Yeah.
But Tom, I'll ask you, and then we'll ask Scholes and John, and obviously everyone in chat. Let me know your signing of the window, really, or in reality chat as well. But any signs that have really impressed you? Obviously, non-Everton in relation to the window.
I think there's a fair few of it. Well, surprising ones as well. But like I said before, I think Alvarez for Man City. I know we're not going to see him this soon, but I think he's another hot prospect to watch out for.
Yeah, how old is he? Is he about 20 odds? Is he? Or
20 odds? Yeah, something like that. He's very young.
Yeah, as you were saying, you've seen a lot of him play for obviously in South America anyway. Is it Boca or River?
River Plate he plays for, mate. But jeez, he's literally like a Suarez. There's just the way he plays, and just bullies the defenders. He's literally the same build as him as well. He's honestly, watch out for him.
Yeah, that's surprising. That obviously City have got so much money, and obviously Newcastle, but he probably is the long-term Aguero replacement. I'm pretty sure a lot of the Man City scouts in Argentina, South America, most importantly, probably had this sign banged on from a couple of seasons prior to. Obviously, I think he did win. I think it was he won a trophy. I think it was last season, just gone, or this year anyway. But he's a player with immense quality and ability, and so be intriguing to see how he does adapt to Premier League football. But Jack, any signings that have really impressed you as well? Chat, let us know your thoughts. Obviously Mickey's mentioned Weghorst, Tom's mentioned Alvarez. Anyone that's impressed you?
Like I said before on Connor stream, I think Villa have been superb this window. Let a few players go, but bringing in Coutinho and Digne. You ask any Villa fan at the start of the year in January, you can sign 2 players, and you mention them to them. You'd be buzzing. Coutinho's going to set the league alight again, and we all know the quality Digne's got. So, hasn't he, Tom?
Yeah, proper quality there, mate.
Yeah, I think both of them are going to be superb for them, and I think Stevie's going to work wonders with the whole squad.
Yeah, it's remarkable, and I think come the end of this season, I think all of us, even as neutrals watching Aston Villa, I think we'll be massively impressed, and I think give it another 2-3 years, if we just continue in this vein of form, in reality of bringing quality players in, especially if the performances do improve, you can most definitely and potentially see Villa in Europe. I'm not saying Champions League straight away in 2 years, that'd be crazy, but especially Europa League potentially. Given how good he had Aston Villa playing in Europe, Rangers, in Europe. But John, any players that have passed your eye? It could be a late transfer early on in the window, obviously in January, but someone that's really flew under the radar for you, and you'd be massively impressed with that signing.
The one that's baffled me, all day long, is Aubameyang.
Yeah.
To Barca. He flew to Barca to do a medical, then flew back and had to fly back to Barca. That confused shit out of me.
I think it come out, didn't it? Like he was meant to have been seen in his family, or supposedly.
No, well, he's meant to see representatives of Barcelona.
Yeah.
But the biggest win, the biggest thing ever this season is Steven Gerrard to Villa.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. Apologise.
Yeah, you don't have to apologise to me, mate. I agree with you. I think Gerrard's done a cracking job at Villa, regardless of right, he signed Digne, but that's just through Agent Rafa being trying to mess up our plans here.
I cried when you sacked him because I wanted it to go down.
I know he stuck his tongue out these. Apologies.
To be honest, it's one of them, mate. It's banter, isn't it? Because he knows he's going to get grief. He done it when he was at United, so what can you do?
You gotta love it.
He loves it, you know what I mean?
He told you United fans he's been to louder grounds. He actually said it to a group of fans giving him some shit, and he just turned around for him. What's going on? I can't hear you. I've been to louder grounds.
You have to respect him, like.
Do you know one transfer that absolutely all week since he's been getting linked with everyone, and I thought one absolute bargain is Dennis Zakaria for €5 million.
Oh, did Juve? Yeah, said that.
Gone to Juve for $5 million.
Yeah, I can't believe that either.
He's at 27. I think
he's prime.
Right. Paul, what score was it?
What do you mean? Against Villa?
What score was it against Stevie G?
1-0.
Thank you.
From this transfer window, I've realised that Arsenal were desperate to get rid of players because they gave Chambers away for free and Aubameyang away for free. I find that just unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Obviously this is 16 minutes ago as well. Vinny O'Connor, the busiest, as we said last night, the busiest he's been in about 10 years at Sky for Liverpool. The genuine jeopardy around this is trying to get the transfer and the loan back done in time, there's a good chance they'll run out of time. Both the transfer and loan back need to be completed as the club have agreed. So if the loan
Dan
can't be
Brown
done,
moved
then
to
the
Newcastle.
oh my John. then the deal can then the club have to, so the loan can't be done, and the transfer won't happen. Therefore,
Liverpool have asked
time
for an
constraints
extension, by the way,
mean
2
is to
hours.
be-
Nah,
Oh, have to,
2 hours against.
is that just come
Yeah,
through
you-
now, Mickey? Yeah.
You'll get that extension.
That was an hour ago. They knew they couldn't get it done before 11, so they've asked for an extension. I think it's been granted. They'll have to 1 a.m. then to complete the signing. A load of teams are asking for extensions, and they're not all been done yet, have they?
No, as long as the paperwork's done, then they can do the extension through there. Dan Burns has just signed for Newcastle.
Yeah, just come up here.
Confirmed.
And we were speaking about that last night, weren't we? He's a giant, isn't he? And I think what is it? There's a couple of Newcastle players, even the new Brazilian lads, will be like, "What this? Who's this fella?"
I bet you some of the Newcastle players aren't going to be happy that they've signed all these players because they know they're going to all be fighting for positions now.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm surprised they didn't sell anyone.
Newcastle.
Yeah, they need to move people on because some of these people aren't even going to get on the bench now.
Yeah, I think they were trying to go in for quite a lot of players, weren't they? Obviously, official confirmation of Todd Cantwell going to the Cherries. That's a great sign for them.
That is never had it.
Yeah.
Bournemouth have done well this window, to be fair, mate.
Didn't he sign someone from Cardiff as well?
Barca.
Yeah, they just signed that Keith. What was it, Moore or was it?
Keith Moore.
Yeah, that's the one, Keith Moore. Especially Cardiff are fuming, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, and now that's going to make our game easier on Sunday because he's their best player.
Yeah, that's true.
Aubameyang's confirmed to Barcelona.
Is that done now? Yeah, officially.
Yeah, that was done earlier.
Yeah, absolute legends.
I cannot. But also, that desperate, they chucked him away for free.
That's crazy.
Happy deadline day, lads. Anyway, obviously
5 minutes left.
Liz, thank you very much for tuning in. Absolute legend. Really do appreciate it. And obviously, Mohammed, are you okay, mate? He's in the green room. Just give us a thumbs up when you're ready, mate. I'll get you in. Just watch the 4 tunes of Luis Diaz. It's funny as well. Alejo, thank you very much for tuning in. And obviously, Newcastle. Where's that?
Vinny O'Connor's on.
Newcastle signed a good Brazilian midfielder, Bruno Guimarães.
That's a good signing, though.
Absolute baller. 40 million, he'll be a bargain.
He could have went to other places as well. I think other people tried to pay more, and he said no. He wants to come to Newcastle.
Likes the money, doesn't he?
Well, yeah. Sorry, Tom. Rafa has forgotten more about football than Lamps will ever know. Oh, but I tell you what, yeah.
Tom's getting it from all angles tonight.
So it's not the first time to be first goals.
Yeah. How you doing, Mohammed? You okay, mate?
Hi.
Hi, welcome. Thank you very much. What do you want to discuss?
Welcome. Is it the live for Newcastle?
Pardon, mate?
You are from Newcastle?
No, I'm not from Newcastle, mate.
The live is not... Sorry.
Yeah, not too sure. I think you might have clicked on the wrong stream.
What the hell is that?
I don't understand that. Well, yeah, thank you very much, Mohammed, for joining.
Newcastle.
Well, yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I think you might have clicked on the wrong stream. But thank you for dropping in, mate. It's a Liverpool stream.
Get a fucking belter beard.
I can't grow a beard like that. It was a lovely beard. But yeah, sorry, Tom. Obviously, we're going to Alan's one there as well. But it's all good bands anyway in terms of obviously Liverpool. But yeah, it's a quick one on there. Scholes, obviously, Tom's alluded to. Have you seen a lot of this, lads? I think I've been watching quite a couple of videos over the last 24 hours of people just discussing Bruno Guimarães. He's from Lyon and he's an all-action midfielder for Newcastle United in reality. I from all accounts, from all the journos, they're very happy to bring him in. But do you reckon it's a good, decent player, especially a player that could have went into the likes of obviously Man United, certain other top level clubs? Do you think he'll really benefit Newcastle and the early stages of obviously their new revolution of a football club?
I think he'll do well. He's got the quality to, but it all depends on where they play him. I think they're going to need to have someone who'll just sit and give him license to roam, because he's now not box to box midfielder. But I don't think he'd be good enough to be sitting on his own. I think he needs someone behind him to give him that license to be a box to box, because he is good going forward and he can do a job defensively. But I think it'll depend very much around the squad around him.
Yeah,
but they're going to be one team at Leon. He's got like Aouar next to him, and you think Leon have got a Leon play around him and Aouar mainly. And you think if Newcastle can do the same thing, then you'll see the quality. But if you throw him in, expect him to do a job on his own, I think in the Premier it's too hard to just do that.
Yeah, that's sort of.
But yeah, absolute legends. David, obviously, I'll drop the link in there, mate. Obviously, if you want to discuss transfers as well, very welcome to. Obviously, discussing any really transfers, if you don't have to be a Liverpool fan either, very welcome to join. Just give us a thumbs up when you're ready and sorted, mate. But yeah, it's been an interesting. Tom, have you watched a lot of Bruno Gramaz? It'd be intriguing to see how he does adapt. I think physically, in terms of obviously coming from French football, there's been a certain, obviously, Fabinho, he's transitioned quite well, obviously, from French football. Have you seen any of them? If not any?
Yeah, to be fair, mate, I've seen a lot of them. Like I say, I watch all different types of football. And like what Scholes said, he's literally he's so good going forward, but he needs someone there to like sweep up for him, basically. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Joe Wilcock could turn into the box-to-box midfielder and let him have the free role, just doing like, maybe a Bruno Fernandes and just sit in the front and, create something. But to be fair, I'm surprised Newcastle even knew who he was. You know what I mean? Because he is a... yeah.
I bet he's got a relegation release clause.
Oh, bet you half of these players.
It wouldn't surprise me,
He's the only one, though. I think the others aren't that good. But I bet he's got a relegation release clause.
Well, they spent so much money, almost 40 million, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, something just come through here, Reds as well. Let's get this up on the screen.
Well, the window's closed officially, apparently.
Yeah, officially closed. The January transfer window was closed. We've said that as being a breakthrough between Liverpool, but the deal concerning isn't definitely going to happen. To loan back still has to be completed. Liverpool's attitude to buying has always been always now or never. Not through the transfer tribunal in the summer, then is out of contract and could go to a European club on a free transfer. So obviously we'll find out in the next 10 to 20 minutes if the official confirmation has gone through. Obviously Bayern buzzing to be back at Newcastle. I suppose you're pretty sure you will be, mate. You'll be playing Champions League football next 5 years. You never know. Big Dan Bayern at the back post against Diego Simeone. Yeah, he'd be absolutely buzzing. David, let me know if you come back into the stream, mate. I'll get you on. Obviously, John's just disappeared there as well, but I think the next 5-10 minutes will be very pivotal in relation to Liverpool in terms of that signing. Will it go over the line? Tom Ramirez takes the number 39 shirt at Newcastle. Apparently, it's the number. That's interesting.
True story, that. True story, yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
No, it is, yeah. It's Dad's taxi number. Where's he from? I forgot. But his Dad's taxi number's 39, and that's where that's why he wear the 30. Yeah, the 39 shirt at Leon as well.
That's interesting.
That's going on my next pub quiz. What number's gone mad as his dad's taxi?
What gets me? His son's a millionaire, and his dad's still a taxi driver.
He better be still paying keep to his dad, hopefully. He should have a decent that. But yeah, John, how you doing, mate? Right, so it'll be intriguing. I'll just keep on refreshing at the minute, see if anything really comes through.
What happened to him, Ross Barkley? Because I heard he was going to Diaz, going back on like a free deal. What's happened there?
As far as I know, nothing got mentioned. I think we were interested at one point, then that might have just fallen through.
Yeah, it will be interesting.
I think I still think Ross Barkley's class, to be fair.
How long has he got left on his deal, Ross Barkley?
Another year, I think, has he? Another 2.
18 months, isn't it?
18 months. Just quickly refreshing my Twitter, seeing if anything's broke, really. Find out. Probably will come out.
It probably won't be announced for an hour or so, bro.
As long
as they put that paper in before 11, they can carry on doing the medical and stuff now.
Yeah. Bloody scenes. Everyone's losing the plot on Twitter, as you would expect.
What is wrong with people?
You'd think the whole footballing world was surrounded by transfers. Like, I'm so happy that the transfer window has very much shut. Obviously, this notion of obviously sign. It's time to watch some Fulham games.
What gets me is everyone knows at January the 1st that it closes in 31 days. So why does everybody wait till today?
Oh, has it?
It doesn't make any sense to me. I can not see any advantage of waiting until the last day, other than
I say a little bit just because, like, at the end, if clubs will get rid of a player, they know they've got to get rid of them today. So you can offer them a little bit less. Whereas start of the month, you'll pay a premium because they'll go, well, if you want them now, then we're not having them for a month less, and other clubs could offer us more money.
Yeah,
but it's frustrating when you do take the mick and it ends up being like you've got minutes left.
Yeah, it will be intriguing. What are you saying at the minute, Mickey, on Sky? Is it just paperwork, just hopefully getting put
basically they're just talking generally. They're just waiting for the things to be confirmed. He says it could take up to an hour or 2 hours for it to realise, because they're not even sure Dele Alli's made it on time either.
Oh yeah,
Dele Alli's is they're just waiting for the medical, the paperwork and all that's just being done. So they said,
yeah, I think that's
by 11 o'clock would have been done.
Right.
That's all. According to this, that all the clubs have handed the paperwork in and asked for extensions, which is they can get a 2-hour extension as long as the paperwork goes in before 11.
Have you seen who Crystal Palace have just signed?
Yeah, Palestine.
Yeah, but he's already on loan there, so he's already been playing there all year.
And Mateta?
Nah,
Yeah.
Luke Plange from Derby.
Have
they?
Yeah. Crystal Palace signed Luke Plange from Derby.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Danfield Rap just put up the Premier League accepted Liverpool's extension to 1 p.m.
Yes, told you. We've got till 1 p.m, boys.
1 p.m. Come on, Liverpool.
We're not going to bed yet, boys.
I think that's a positive. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
Get the champagne out, Jack.
I have to boil the kettle. You just have to take up. What have you got there in a mixer there, Mickey?
Well, that is
Mickey's
the biggest. That is the biggest rum and coke ever. Rum up to there, and then coke up to there.
What, a splash of coke, you mean?
Got to celebrate, bro. You got to celebrate.
I wonder what you're like when it comes to the summer transfers, then, if this is what's like in January.
Mate, I wouldn't be able to come on his stream like this.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. So, let's talk about Aaron Ramsey going to Rangers, because that's quite left midfield, that is, isn't it, really?
Mate,
Yeah,
I can't believe no Premier League club's coming for him, you know.
He's a class
I'm literally baffled.
Yeah.
I can't believe no Premier League club has sniffed anything
No
from him.
Championship club came in for him as well.
I mean,
Yeah, that surprises as well.
Rangers are my second club. I cannot wait to see him play for Rangers.
I think, like, I agree. I think it's a good signing for you, because especially like now the point, the gap is only 2 points between you and Celtic. it's going to be a proper fight this year, I think, and it's going to be a good, interesting
don't think
battle
it
in the Scottish Prem.
I don't think it is. I think Rangers will run away with the league.
If he's had Gerrard, probably
Especially with
still, yeah,
Ramsey.
it should be. Oh, yeah.
What
Boy.
do you think what's happening?
This season, this is the only season where if you win the league, you're guaranteed Champions League football.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was surprised that Tavernier's gone nowhere. I thought when Gerrard left, Tavernier would soon go in January.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Kent would go. I generally
Kent.
thought he would go in for Kent.
I think Kent's found his level though in Scottish football, and I think he left Liverpool, and him and Harry Wilson. I remember I went to quite a lot of the under-23 games and I've seen both of them play for quite a lot of times, and I had more hope for Kent really than Wilson in reality. But I think both players.
Have you watched Kent? Have you watched Kent in this guy's league?
Yeah, he's played all right, and he's been one of the standout players in the championship.
He's been the best player in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. Well,
so he can cut it.
Didn't Gerrard want to sign him again for Villa?
Yeah.
Was he linked?
I think he would.
Yeah.
He was linked to go back to Villa, but I think the owners had different ideas. Maybe they might go for him in the summer.
He wanted Tavernier as well.
Him, Tav, and Goldson are the 3 players he wants.
Goals would be unbelievable for Villa.
Who's that? Sorry, lad. Yeah, Connor, if you want to join, you're welcome, lad. The stream link is there.
Will be him, a big Kent. Kent.
Tyrone Mings is woeful.
Are you coming on here?
Oh, Tyrone Mings.
Tyrone Mings, I don't rate him, but I think I rate goals, and I think goals are decent. But again, it's the Premier League. Who knows? He could be bossing the Scottish League, light it up, and then come to the Prem and fall apart.
He could be. You're right.
Fulham's fax machine broke at the last minute, for fuck's sake.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Just turn the off button on.
Got to 22:59. They're like full call push.
We'll go to a tribunal.
They've already got Harvey Elliott. We're not taking another one from us.
Yeah, as David said, there, spot on. As long as the paperwork is in, Liverpool had to do 2 as one of the transfers and the other for a loan back. So yeah, both transfers. If only we could watch. They should do like documentaries on transfer deadline day, shouldn't they? There probably is quite a lot of obviously videos like documentaries out there on transfer deadline day. But
Sunderland did one, didn't they? Sunderland had that.
Yeah, I watched Sunderland till I die.
Yeah, and you
Is it that one?
Transfer deadline day, and you want to see it. Everyone.
They're stressed, lads. They're all stressed. They're all running around like mad asses.
Some poor secretary called Jones sat there going, I can't make any more phone calls, my head's gone.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're a big club like Liverpool as well, you're probably like, oh, the amount of paperwork that probably, especially legally as well. Imagine if you were like in charge of a deal or something and you forgot to like fax a piece of paperwork over and the whole deal went through. You'd get
like Barcelona.
Yeah.
I can't believe Barca have signed Traore as well. Where's that come from?
Oh yeah, he must have
loan deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, they said they had no money to even get Aubameyang because they were talking about this at the beginning of January, and then all of a sudden they've got the money to get him on loan to pay his wages.
Apparently, the LED might fall through
for 55 million as well.
Yeah, they were struggling to get that. He wasn't going to play for them at one point. Apparently, he was going to go back to Manchester till who left? Someone left just to pay the Coutinho. Sorry.
Yeah, Coutinho left.
Well, it was Lingard as well. I think I'm very surprised he's not gone to a big club like the fact that they kept him.
Have you not what Man United done to him? They refused to sell him to West Ham today.
That's bad. That
they said
but the worst thing is, it was even Newcastle was sniffing for him. They still said no to that as well.
Tom, apparently the Dare Alley deal isn't going to go through.
It isn't. Why? What have they said on Sky?
It's said on Sky Sports. Apparently, the paperwork might not have been put in on time. They're checking just now.
He's just saying it now. He's saying the paperwork wasn't put in on time. They didn't get the extension.
Naughty Everton. Everton getting relegated up to Reds.
Behave, lad, behave.
Frank Lampard's driving down the M6 now. He's got to turn around the next service and driving back.
He's like, well, where can I resign?
Everything just doing everything.
Nah, the paperwork's going through, lad. He just said about 11:30. It's going over.
Deal's off, lads. Oh, no.
No, apparently they're saying this guy's Sports 9 that people wasn't put in on time.
Just confirmed.
In relation to Connor,
what's being confirmed?
I'd wish you'd honestly put it in a proper
Deal's
sentence.
He's either saying Dele Alli or he's going to say Fabio.
Don't say Fabio. Don't say fucking Fabio, Connor.
My nan's going on loan severe this night. What's going on, Connor?
Hey, we're all laughing about Dele Alli now, eh?
Connor, join the stream and talk to us.
Oh, yeah, we've just seen this. Breaking news. Yeah.
No, Dele.
Problems for Carvalho. Medical was completed, but deadline, but paperwork and contracts not so sure. Is deal between Liverpool and Fulham. The deal is in danger. Woo! Oh no!
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Come on, Liverpool! You've had all bloody transfer window to get this deal done, and you've not done it in the last minute.
To be fair, mate, I thought it was all done and dusted the last 3 days or the last 2 days. Because they accepted the 5 million. Now they've just turned around and said, "Now we want 15." It's just Fulham have literally put you on the back foot there, I think. Yeah,
they've probably done that to try and. I honestly hope we get Carvalho for 2 million in the tribunal up to Reds. Well, fingers crossed. They were getting shot. So must feel surplus requirements in recent events. Yeah, spot on there, North. But it's ever changing. Situation at the minute, but as it stands, is Fabrizio. I'll have a little look in a second.
For me, if we've done it because we wouldn't pay 10 million or 15, if we'd even brought him for 15, the day we brought him, he'd immediately be worth 25 million.
Exactly.
I don't understand. It's just like
Liverpool's deal. Oh no, that's not looking good, is it? Liverpool's deal so Fabio's fallen through.
Oh, it's on here now. Let me mute my mic so I can put Sky Sports News on.
Yeah. Go ahead, lad. But yeah, looking like it has fell through. So sadly, it is annoying.
No, it's confirmed that he's off.
Yeah, is it deal off? Yeah. Bloody hell.
Confirmed he's off.
Oh well. We go
again. Get him in the summer.
Well, to be fair, you've got one decent signing, so that's something to look forward to at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, it was tremendous. Well, in reality, obviously Fabio's fell through, but Luis Diaz, fantastic bit of news. Tremendous.
But they have said that Liverpool will reapproach the deal in the summer.
What, won't or will?
They will.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, no. It makes sense. Obviously, I think if Liverpool do get him on a free now, as long as they can persuade the player to join, it'll be even better. Well, if we do get him a bit more cheaper.
Apparently he wanted to join. It was Fulham that collapsed the deal.
Yeah, of course. They were playing. I think the fact that later in the day, they had plenty of time to do it.
No, what it was, the deal for him joining Liverpool was through on time. They got the deal to loan him back not on time, and that's what's collapsed the transfer because it was non-negotiable that if he didn't go back to Fulham, Fulham didn't want to do the transfer.
Yeah.
So we could have signed him tonight, and he'd be a Liverpool player from now. We just didn't get the paperwork in to loan him back. So if we knew that was happening, why didn't we do that earlier?
Yeah, it's very silly from Liverpool's part anyway, because especially if Liverpool have lost a player now in relation to the summer and he does go to another club, then I think Jurgen Klopp will be very disappointed. Yeah.
I think we'll see him in the summer.
Yeah, but just watch everyone lose to Reds tonight. I'll have people commenting.
Do you reckon you should pay more money in the summer, though?
At the end of the day, we still have Diaz.
Yeah, we signed Diaz. Tremendous sign. Yeah, more than John. I mean, none of us, I don't think any of us expected even to be put in a situation where we were on our tippy toes thinking that a potential deal could be going ahead. But Diaz, massively will strengthen Liverpool in terms of obviously a title pursuit, and it's fantastic.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Liverpool are winning all 4 trophies this season.
Fingers crossed, never know that. You gotta aim for that, haven't you? In reality, really wanted this to be done, Mark. Yeah, it was all of us, mate, apart from Tom. That really wanted to be done. Maybe they. Anyone got any news on Dele Alli at the minute in relation?
What I'm hearing is it's been called off. But that could be miscommunication between Liverpool and Everton. I don't know.
Nah, from what I've been hearing, it's obviously the deal and all that has been done. He just needs to do his medical. That's what's that's the main thing, because his medical's getting done in London and not in Finch.
Yeah, I'm gonna wreck the place if it isn't done. Oh, sorry, Mark. I think we will, as the lads have said, we will get him in the summer. And if it does go to tribunal, which I think it will.
Paul Joyce is saying Liverpool are agreeing a pre-agreement for the summer as we speak with Fulham.
What's going to happen?
Pre-agreement. Oh, that'd be good. Can you do that in terms of contracts law?
We can't give him a contract. We can agree on a deal with Fulham. We did it with Naby Keita.
Oh, sound, yeah. Oh, that'll be interesting.
Basically, we just pay the money on the day the transfer window opens.
You screw with the agent, don't you?
He's going to be he's going to be a Liverpool player. Everyone can keep their heads. I don't understand Liverpool losing their heads at the moment. We're the only team that can win 4 trophies. Yeah. Chelsea have an outside chance, but we're the only one that can win all 4. So keep your heads on and just support the team.
Yeah, I think he's very happy. Obviously, we spoke about that, the Anfield Lark. Well, it's a quick one for the Anfield Lark there, Tom. Impressed? Especially the players that he's been linked with today, I think would have had like a massive impact, obviously due to the manager that was at the helm as well.
Yeah, I think getting one player in, we've just got to wait for Ali to just get that medical out the way. But it'll make the squad depth a little bit better as well, especially in the midfield. Yeah. So I am really happy.
Sorry. Oh, there's your man. What's his name? The agent that broke the Diaz news.
Yeah, as he tweeted something.
Fabio,
he's saying that Liverpool have agreed a contract with Carvalho for the summer.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Let's have a quick look here.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they got that pre-contract already.
That's coming from the Anfield Wrap.
Yeah, everyone needs to chill out. It's going to happen. Liverpool aren't going to pull out. You don't pull out of a deal and say, I don't want it to go to tribunal for a player as good as him. You just don't do that. Liverpool threatened that to make him do the deal now.
If you're pushing that hard for a player, you're not going to pull it.
Yeah,
you're going to keep going, surely.
Yeah, get Paul Joyce's tweet up here. Liverpool did not complete Fabio Carvalho's deal with Fulham by deadline. However, all parties agree there can be a pre-agreement for the player to move to Liverpool in July. There is no immediate time pressure for that agreement to
What's that mean? What?
No, well, there's no pressure on the deal to be, as Mickey and the lad said before, mate, it will be a case of obviously what we're doing with Naby Keita. A deal in principle. I don't think I'm not an expert in law, but there probably is a lot more out there. Let us know in the comments.
But obviously, we signed Fabi from a foreign country, so we can't sign him on a pre-contract.
Who?
So are we agreed maybe to pay Fulham a fee in the summer?
All we do is we agree with the player what he wants and how long he
we
wants
have to pay a fee for him anyway, even if he's free.
Yeah,
he's British.
Yeah.
You can't
as well.
Have we agreed to pay Fulham a certain fee in the summer?
Yeah, you probably will.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I think even if like Liverpool and Fulham agreed tonight, didn't they? So whatever that deal is, I think we'll just go again and just say, right, sounds after the window. And even if we are paying 7-8 million, and both clubs don't want to go to a tribunal and they're happy and content say in July, I think Liverpool, they'll just go back to the business in terms of obviously what they have agreed tonight. Because if it was a case of Liverpool and Fulham not agreeing on a fee, which they did originally agree on tonight, a fee was sound. It was just paperwork and logistics, really, that was a bit late. I think it'll be all good. It'll be all good. But in terms of is Diaz signed ahead of life without Salah since he hasn't signed a new contract? That's goals, that, mate. Obviously, we discussed that last night, but thoughts on what Govav is that to say? Definitely not, mate, is it?
I don't believe that, but I think I reckon Salah's deal has been agreed because it's went quiet. And yeah, he's gone to AFCON, and I think the club are giving him the respect to saying, look, when you come back, we'll talk again. I don't think it's fair on Salah to put him under more pressure when he's out of his country. I think bring him back in. He loved the club. He'll sign. Yeah, we might have to offer him $400 a week, but we'll work on him. Liverpool aren't going to let Salah go. I don't care how much he asks for Liverpool and not let the player go.
There's consequences to that, though, isn't there? Because if he signs that, then Mane's going to be sniffing for a bit more money, then, isn't he?
If they raise that bar to $400,000, then people are going to start saying, "Well, I won the league many times Diaz."
From what I understand, Liverpool are willing to let Mane go in the summer. While they can get money for him.
I love him.
One of them's going to be sold. One of the front three is going to be sold. One of the front three is going to be sold. It's just. I think
the common sense thing was get the Mane contract out the way, so in case Salah goes, yeah, well, I'm on $300,000 a week, he'll be like, hang on a minute, I've been done here.
I don't think it's the money that's the Salah contract. Salah wants top class signings as well. That's what he wants before he signs his contract. You know, like Messi used to get at Barcelona. We need to sign so many good players and things like that. I think that's what Salah wants in his contract. So what Liverpool have gone out and done, we've got Diaz now. What more do you want?
I'm hoping to give him the time as well, because we know what Liverpool like when it comes to players when they're approaching 30. They go about you're having 18 months or having 2 years. And I think if Salah's good enough to go for the next 4. So we're saying, right, do you know if he said to Salah, you get $400,000 a week for 3 years, or you get 300 for 4 years? To the rest of the club, it looks, to the rest of the players, it's a lot nicer and a nice way of breaking them in. You're still getting you're still raking the money in, but it's more spread out. And I think that's probably what Liverpool will do. They'll offer a bigger deal on less money, just so on the books it looks better.
Yeah, definitely. Spot on there, lads. I'll just quickly get back to that story in a little second, just get to everyone's comments. But can't see. Can't see about how to get a fee now, so praise could either way, Roddy, how you doing, matey? Thank you very much for coming on. Hopefully get you on the show this time this season anyway, mate. But thank you for your comment, lad. Support as always. Agree, Jack. If Liverpool have a Fulham's sign off on a fee, then that's a big consideration for a tribunal on their assessment of evaluation. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there, mate. And I think, obviously, even if it did go to tribunal, as Roddy said there, I think the fact that Fulham legally, I don't know, I'm no expert, but there is an agreement in place that Fulham were happy to agree that fee 6 months prior. And then I doubt Fulham would be moving goalposts here and everywhere, because I think they were a bit naughty for them in relation to the tribunal of Harvey Elliott. Before we did sign him, and I think Fulham were trying to pull the wool over Liverpool's negotiating skills at that time, and you were asking for something far-fetched, a bit too much. But I very much agree with you there, Rory, and I think it'll be all good. I'm excited, and hopefully if he does come in the summer, we'll all be watching Fulham games this season to make sure that we keep eyes on him. Mo should sign at around 325k. Exactly. If Virgil van Dijk is on, yeah, absolutely spot on there, mate.
Apparently the deal's been agreed in the summer for 8 million.
Yeah, that's a bargain, mate. If that is the case, I think that's positive, very positive. 8 million's a snip in terms of the quality of the player. Does anyone remember how much we got Harvey for? Anyone in chat as well?
12
million.
I thought it was 6.
No, we paid 6 originally, and Fulham said no. Went to a tribunal, and the tribunal said 12.
Oh, bloody hell.
That's why we don't want to go to a tribunal, because then we had to pay the legal costs, which were 3 million.
Right,
So
but
it ends up paying a lot more money.
Say we pay 8 million for him. Could there be a clause where we have to loan him back to Fulham for a year?
Not now.
No,
No,
it won't.
the
No.
window's shut, no
Yeah.
chance.
The whole point of that deal, mate, was obviously loaning them back is if we got him in this window, because obviously Fulham, top of the league, well, first or second, wherever they are in the league, but they're more or less bang on for promotion if they do continue playing well. But yeah, Salah, I think Salah will have take 320-week wages for a huge signing on fee deal, and I think Bobby, the one who might leave. Yeah, I think that's where the attention now will go to. Obviously, get the lads on, get all. Yeah, get all yous on in the next weeks and months. Yeah, we'll do quite a lot of shows in terms of obviously contract negotiations in relation. The attention will swing now to Liverpool's current crop of players, getting their deals sorted, boxed off. Most importantly, one thinks the EFL blocks it now. I don't think it will be, Gary. I think it was just a case of obviously logistics and time frame. Really, you ran out of time, Quincy. Obviously, he's going
I don't know why everyone's losing the Reds, because we're still getting him in the summer, and even if we brought him today, we weren't getting him to the summer. So
yeah, exactly. So to be fair, it's probably better that you don't sign him now, then, isn't it?
See, the thing is, right? Let's say now we brought him today, then he has an ACL tomorrow when he plays.
Yeah, exactly.
If he has one now, we don't have to buy him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People need to stop. I'm reading people losing their heads, FSG out and all that.
Oh,
what the hell is going on?
Mickey, don't give it to you. Don't do it.
On the FSG part, I appreciate what they've done recently, but until that, I will save judgment until summer.
Who are you expecting in, John? Mbappe, Haaland, and Bellingham?
No, I
the alternative.
Mbappe just signed for Madrid.
We have owners that run the club properly.
Yeah, they do well.
Like FSG, or we have oil barons that sack a manager every year, because we wouldn't have Klopp.
I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying.
Klopp would have been sacked last year. Klopp would have been sacked by an oil baron.
Of course.
End of story. So we can have that. And then we have 2 years of being crap, and then 1 year winning the trophy.
I get what you're saying.
2 years of being crap, like Chelsea.
I expect big players. I expect FSG to spend on the right players at the right time.
But how do we know it isn't Klopp that stopped the spending? Yeah. How do we know Klopp says, well, if I don't want it, Klopp is the kind of man that if he doesn't get who he wants first choice, he doesn't buy the second choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another argument for another night. Yeah,
I get it, but I will save my judgment on FSG until summer.
Yeah, rightly so, as well. North, we're all said and done, and we were looking day to get this done. Yeah, North, we had all day really, but if only we were flies on the wall. I think obviously we all spoke over the last 48 hours, didn't we? And us fans, we don't see anything. We don't see everything that happens behind closed doors. It might be certain deals relying on players going out the door, and obviously certain players moving from different clubs. But Jurgen Klopp always gets his man done, lads, as well. So obviously, Dan, cheers for your comment, mate. Still think we're going to get him, mate. Yeah, most definitely, mate. Especially if there was an agreement in place with obviously both parties. If Fabio didn't want to come, I don't think that deal would have been agreed in principle prior to obviously the deadline. So I think he's quite positive, and it's something for him to look forward to. Obviously, he can just focus down now and knuckle down on hopefully getting Fulham promoted, and then obviously let the business do the talking in terms of July when it does come around. And you never know, Liverpool do a business in July, loan him back out to Fulham, hopefully, and he gets first team football in the Premier League, which is a win-win for Liverpool. Which is very. I'm more annoyed that if it was Luis Diaz. Oh, Danny, I'll tell you what, mate. We've got it's a lot of positives to look at. I know, obviously, everyone's doom and gloom on Twitter, but in reality, I don't think any Liverpool fans expected anyone to come in. Did they, Dan? I'm made up. But yeah, man with the plan. Yes, Reds. Have a fun transfer window deadline day. How you doing, mate? Thank you very much for tuning in. Absolute legends. Big supporter of the channel as well. Would prefer FSG. Yeah, most definitely. I think the large majority of us fan base would anyway. But lads, I think we'll call that a night. It's been a very enjoyable night. And most importantly, every single one of you at home as well. I really do appreciate the support over the last couple of nights. Everyone tuning in, dropping a like on the video as well. And the new subscribers, absolutely tremendous. And we've got a lot of shows coming up this season, obviously the next couple of nights as well. Obviously build up for the Cardiff game, obviously in the Cup. And obviously the league games, Liverpool. Hopefully Diaz spears us on to hopefully a title charge coming the end of the season. But lads, thank you very much for coming on, Skulls. Obviously, what's your socials? Just your Twitter and that, just for anyone wants to add you on that.
At JackSkull7.
Yeah, Tom as well, your social, mate.
I don't have socials, lad, because I'm an unsociable person.
Yeah, he doesn't want the FBI or the
That's why you're an Everton fan.
Nah, to be fair, mate, I don't have Twitter anymore. I got rid of Twitter, but you know,
you get banned?
Well, probably it wouldn't surprise me if I am, but I haven't checked the history lately, so no.
Yeah. Cheers, that John. John, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I've enjoyed it. Obviously, definitely get you on tonight, mate, as well. Just your socials, mate, on. Just so people know John on Twitter. Oh, yeah, Mickey, go ahead. Your socials, or just in case. Obviously,
Planet MFries50 on Twitter. It's Mickey Fries on Facebook, and it's Planet LFC on YouTube.
Yeah, cheers, lads. Thank you very much for that, John, as well, and obviously Mickey, Skulls, Tom, but most importantly, everyone at home.
Appreciate it.
Nice one.
Obviously, just get to Rory's comments and everyone's comments before we do shoot off. Make sure I've read everyone's comments. Klopp's comments on Diaz are relevant for Carvalho. I have always been a believer in only signing players in January if you would want to sign them in the summer. That's very much the case with Lewis. Absolutely spot on there, Rory. Top lad as always. Danny, absolute legends. Cheers for tuning in. Good night, boys. North Reds from Ireland. Absolute legend, matey. Nice one, lads. But obviously, I really do appreciate every single one of you for tuning in and supporting the channel as always. Good night, boys. It's 5 a.m. in India. Love to stream it. Good, Av. Thank you so much, mate, for your support. I really do appreciate it. Every single one of you the support. Yeah. But look after yourself, mate, and see you in another stream soon. Absolutely gutted for Carvalho fell through, but Diaz, I'll take that. Tremendous. In the 1892 Reds podcast. You never walk alone, mate. Cheers, lads. Have a good night. I think we can all rest now. All of us can rest and relax and get back to the football.
I'll go back on the rock soon.
Yeah. Been a busy window considering it's January. Twitter, bitter. Twitter for everyone. Yeah. I like that one, lad. Thanks, everyone. Great panelists in the stream. Take care, everyone. Mark, thank you very much, mate. And obviously, everyone take care. And obviously, we will have streams most nights on the channel, so tune in. You're very welcome to. And hopefully, get a lot more reviews. Obviously, in the comment section below. If you'd like to join, you're very welcome. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. You never walk alone. And hopefully, Diaz gets off to a flyer and scores potentially against City. But cheers, lads, everyone on the panel and everyone at home. Have a lovely rest of your night and see you tomorrow night for another stream. See you later. Ta-da.